Love,
Yes, baby.
what's a man's perspective on feminine essence in a woman, and what can a man do to cherish and protect that in women?
Well, I can't speak to all men's perspective on feminine essence, but in my opinion, feminine essence is that energy that a woman emits when she feels safe and when she feels grounded in her femininity. And when I say safe, it's because when a woman doesn't feel safe, she tends to lean more into her masculine energy if she doesn't feel safe enough to express her femininity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, feminine essence to me is the energy that a woman emits when she feels safe. And what that energy does for a man, it can enliven him, it can motivate him, it can literally give him energy and just bring out the best in a man. The problem is that a lot of men, when they feel that feminine essence, they tend to uh, confuse it with sexual desire. Like
Mm-hmm.
it becomes like they want to act on it. And the problem in doing that is when you encroach on a woman who is emitting that femininity, you know, typically you see it in a younger woman, but it could be a woman of all ages. Just that feminine essence, that beauty, that aura that a woman has when she feels safe in her femininity. Men confuse that for like sex. They become sexually aroused by that and feel like they have to pursue that woman sexually. To the men who are watching this video, not every woman you come across is meant for you to fuck. It's not like that. You will diminish that woman's feminine energy that she can imbue you with and empower you with if you make her feel like you're impeding on her when that's not her intention. The best thing you can do is to feel that energy and let it enliven you and drive it inward. Use it as motivation. Get put that towards your woman. If you're feeling that from another woman, take that energy and go invest it into your woman because that's what that's for. It's to enliven you and make you feel like the man you are. What are your thoughts on that feminine essence, love?
I love that. Yeah, that's such a. I love getting your masculine perspective on
Thank you.
that. And I love how, like, protective and respectful you are. Yeah, so for me, feminine essence is it's that thing that every woman has, and it's that lifeblood, that life force, that glow, that sense of humor, that charisma, that playfulness, creativity. And you always know when a woman is tapped into it because you can feel it and you can see it. And it really doesn't matter the age that a woman is, it really doesn't matter what she looks like. We all have this, but it's something that we tap into. And you can also tell if a woman is not tapped into that because she's usually spread too thin, she's chronically stressed, right? She's This often happens when women become like hyper productive and obsessed with hyper productivity, and it's like the to-do list, the to-do list, the to-do list. And that's not saying we don't all have a to-do list, but if you're pulling all the weight and you're the reason that everything's getting done, and you feel like all the weight is on your shoulders, all the responsibility is on your shoulders, and you're also like being a mom, being a wife, working full time, volunteering, doing this, doing that, trying to work out, trying to be healthy, trying to keep up with everything, trying to do all the things. That's a myth. That's, that's really not possible to do all the things all the time, especially if you're like a type A person, right? And so hyperproductivity is the death of femininity. That to-do list, that constant to-do list, when that becomes like your only focus and you're not refilling your own cup, that becomes the death of your femininity, your feminine essence, your creativity, your life force, right? Women are not meant to be robots. Humans aren't, but especially not women, right? We live for the seasons, for the cycles. We're like the moon, right? We need to replenish and rebalance. And then we have seasons and cycles where we're very creative and productive and active. And then we have seasons and cycles where we need more to rest. And society isn't really set up to honor that. So we're kind of faced with a conundrum as modern women, is how do we start to honor that for ourselves, even in small ways, so that we don't burn out and become exhausted and become spread too thin and turn into just little robots who are living in survival mode, because so many women feel that way. And it's reflected in their energy, in their hormones, in the weight they can't lose, in their mental health, in their relationships, right? You're not just a little, you don't have to offer up your femininity for consumption. And not every man expects that either. All men will appreciate and admire and want to consume your femininity, but as you've just heard, not all men will try to take it from you and drain you dry. The good ones will protect you and nurture you and give you a safe space to cultivate that in yourself. And then it's your job to cultivate that in yourself and remember how to fill your own cup.